Hey, you beautiful people. Welcome to a video. It's been a while since I've done webcam type of stuff. I kind of got tired of like doing the whole webcam type of thing, and I just got tired of just setting up the camera to record videos. I just wanted like the stuff like there already, and then I guess I'm trying to like get back into it with today's video, which is a reflection of Butterfly. You may have seen one of my recent videos, which was a 5-year reflection of the whole YouTube channel. This specifically will be on Butterfly, which was basically my first project. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's not a good album. Speaking forefront, I'm mainly gonna speak on the album, not with the story, because the story, both the album and the story kind of intertwine with each other. The thing with Butterfly was just like, I was putting the story first and the album second, which kind of lowered the quality of the music. I guess my music production has gotten better over the last few years. Certainly, I would say certainly better than what was going on at the time with Butterfly, because at the time of Butterfly, I had no idea what I was doing. You could be saying, well, why didn't you just wait to put it out? There was a pandemic happening, and we were all in lockdown, and this was the only outlet I had of creativity, and I just wanted to put something out. And look at that, my creativity has expanded in the last few years, and I would say mostly thanks to Butterfly. Let's say thanks to Butterfly. And yeah, so today we're just gonna look back on the music, see what I did wrong, critique it, see what I did even more wrong. Again, not gonna touch well on the story, because one day, and this is not a kept secret, I will remake the album with a refined storytelling aspect. And that's something in the future, not in the near future, because there's a whole bunch of other stuff I want to do first, and essentially just getting better before I refine Butterfly. So here we go. We're gonna descend in descend. Wow. We're gonna descend into this album. I'm not sure if I should skip the deluxe tracks or not, but they're kind of part of Butterfly, I guess. But I would say the deluxe tracks are worse. Yeah, let's get started. Let's get started with Descend. It is it is pretty simple instrumentally, but it's just kind of just like a wonky beat when you actually hear it. And this is spoken word. This is supposed to be the introduction into, I guess, the world. And there is also footage from when I tried to make a little short film preview. I would say, oh god. With the short film, I had the idea for it. It was kind of like a vlog type of thing that I wanted to do. And then I just started doing the interviews, which was a completely different idea. I think it kind of lost the plot in the middle of it with the interviews. I'm not gonna lie. I guess this is supposed to be the breakdown. And then the outro of it, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so next is Dozen Tears. It's a metal track. Not made by me. I got someone on Fiverr to produce it, and he did a good job. I like it.
Wake up!
They'll never be refined. Our rights to be king, my own mankind.
This is all.
Okay, I'm. My vocals are never the best. My mixing or mastering also up for debate. I would say I got it slightly better at vocals. At the beginning, it was rough, I would say. I also had another singer from Fiverr that joined in on this. He was good. I just kind of wish I gave him more justice on this song in terms of mixing. Also, another interesting fact, like this song, like actually like landed on playlists. It did get a lot of streams on Spotify. It's just not played often, I guess, but yeah. It's supposed to be rap mixed in there, I guess. It's just my lyric system was a bit mouthful with Butterfly, and that's kind of because I wanted to tell the story of Butterfly, not thinking of the music. And that's kind of where my lyricism went wrong with this album. Down below with all of us, haven't you heard of our power? We own nothing without any of us. You will break your mind, there is no escape. Stop wasting your time with your fears. I would say the writing here is okay. It's pretty cool, I guess. We don't give a damn about your tears. Also, editing this on iMovie, I didn't do that bad of a job. I don't think. Pretty nice. Also, this breakdown's pretty cool. Again, a little bit of mouthful lyricism, but I kind of like the words, I guess. And then the outro is pretty nice as well. Alright, the next song, Facade. This has a feature, which was my friend Togert. He doesn't stream anymore, but he still helps me out with stuff. So quite a mood switch up from Dozen Tears. But that's kind of because I kind of wanted this to be a metal album. But then I realized I couldn't make metal music like that. But I still wanted a metal song, and that was Dozen Tears. And then the rest of the songs are just kind of me just kind of figuring out the songs. You know what? Like, I feel like I had the vision for his verse. Again, mixing and mastering, still figuring it out. I think this was one of like my favorite instrumentals that I've made back then. But it's just kind of a... I think the melody's a bit all over the place. So Facade, it was like the song where like, damn, all these people are fake. I gotta tell other people that these people are fake. And then like Toga's verse was the perspective of like, damn, this guy is right. I guess it is kind of like one of the better instrumentals that I made from Butterfly. It was it the last one I worked on? Yeah, because it was the last one I worked on because I I got Toger's verse like last, before like turning it in. What's next? No heroes. Okay, so this was an attempt at a rock song or metal song. Kind of, it's this thing where it's like supposed to be like this soft acoustic thing, like this kind of dreary type of dreamlike type of nightmare, and then the rock is supposed to be the danger, at least visually, sonically. No Heroes was supposed to be like this anthem of like that we need to fight back in this.
Who are you now?
Oh no. My voice needed to mature. No Heroes is essentially like this anthem of like we need to fight back in this world because there are no heroes. We have to be the heroes, I guess, type of thing. Also more spoken word narration because I put the story first instead of the music. Yeah, just this song, I'm just vocally weak here. And it's not even like full on like metal. They're supposed to be like, I guess, this like acoustic type of thing for the verses. But I'm just so like I remember like having like so much difficulty of like just having so much difficulty trying to like figure out the guitars. And then I guess this outro. World. No, that is a pretty good outro. Like running the hi-hats. I did like that. I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, next is Bad Energy. Again, mouthful lyricism, but I did like the instrumental here, even if maybe it's a bit all over the place. I remember like Bad Energy just took so long to make because I couldn't have a set demo for it. It was kind of like more inspired like by like The Living Tombstone when 01 released. And I guess Bad Energy kind of just takes after No Heroes. Like after we're torn down, we welcome people that we believe that can repair this kingdom, our life. But there's the possibility of they're toxic as well. A lot of toxicity, and that's kind of what the album revolves around. Just toxic strangers, toxic friends, toxic family, a bunch of societal issues. I really need this, it's good for me. God. Together, good energy flow. No, the vocal performance is not that bad in this verse.
This is not how I imagined this connection.
I did like the vocal effect. I did like utilizing that. It was pretty cool. There's also in the background, it's a lower pitched voice of mine where it just repeats, "Let me out." It's a hidden meaning where we have to be free of this bad energy. I think it was cool.
I think you're gonna kill me, so I can't be carefree. We aren't in this together. Let me out of this bad energy.
I don't know how I achieved that backing vocal. Ah! Ah! Well, hold on. I need this, it's not good for me. I think you're gonna kill me, so I can't be carefree. We are in this together. Let me out of this bad energy. Again, voice needed to mature. I don't think I can ever achieve that again. That was a very special moment, which I guess was why I included it. It's not good. I do like that too. See, a lot of good ideas. Execution, not great. That's mainly because I was figuring it out as I went.
Welcome to the
No. Okay, stranger. I love you, but I don't love you. I actually despise you.
through the window. Creator says, though it has
Okay, I have a guilty pleasure about the instrumental. I think it's like second favorite. I think like it was pretty cool. It just had a lot of like going on and did not help mixing and mastering. My vocal performance here is the weakest here. I can see the vision with the chorus. With me, these many voices in my head, ready to play. I see the vision. Stranger was it was a song about the internet, but like trying to like fit it into the world of Butterfly, they're windows, and the windows are the different social media and the different the devices, I guess. Because it's supposed to be like a futuristic steampunk type of thing. And then this take on the song is just like, man, I'm not fit for any of these spaces.
Can't I just close my eyes?
I should continue these blind dates kind of. It's kind of a weird line because it kind of refers to like dating apps. I guess that could have been a wrong interpretation of the lyrics. Yeah. Nothing to do with dating apps. I definitely was not on dating apps with Butterfly. When making Butterfly. Like, yeah, I just see the vision. It's just the instrumental has too much going on. I'm vocally weak here. But I see the vision. And then the chorus repeats. Kind of for no reason, actually, really.
And I'll forever be a shy stranger.
The flow was there. Just like the flow and rhythm was there. Just, again, weak vocals. Medic and its own lyric video. Right. Now, I did release a remaster version of this, which I think it's better. So I guess I'll talk about both the original and the remaster. You know what? No, I think this one was my favorite to make because I made the remaster of this one. And I just really like the beat that I made, and I think the what's it called? I think the chords were more in line with the actual like intelligible melody. The and the vocals are not that bad. They're just it's just originally they were processed through like a really bad mic. And then like after this song I got like an actual mic, and that's what I recorded with. That's what I recorded with for the rest of the album. But like I never gave it the same treatment to Medic, and that's why I made the remastered version. Kinda got like the trap beat type of feel with the 808 bass, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, I really like the beat that I made. It's pretty cool. And I kind of like how I did the lyric video here. Not pretty fine work back then. Oh right, I forgot I changed the outros between the remastered and original. I like the remastered outro better. All right, I decided we'll listen to deluxe tracks.
Such a mess I am, did I even care? Thought I gave a damn, you shed a single tear.
You know, this is pretty nice.
But remorse, my attention was never there for you. I was so lost and distracted.
I think I was like actually finding my footing here with my lyricism and like following a melody. Punch to the jaw.
Now it's past, have to move on. Though I'm free, but next is right. I need that courage.
Who the hell is next? If you follow the lore. Again, just putting story in front of the music. I should have focused more on the music in itself and let it be the interpretation of the story. I believe, if I'm saying that right. Oh god, no! I know what's coming. This is what brings this song down to like 1. Like the rest, like maybe like a decent 4 or a decent 5. The second part makes it a 1. No. 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 Again, I was trying to do the metal rock thing. Execution here just flat out negative. No, I don't see the vision. I should have cut it out. What was I thinking?
The machines are almost done.
Those are very like odd pictures of me.
To make any more mistakes, build the machines by all means. I will risk the stakes. I will risk.
I guess Perfect was supposed to be a type of interlude, but I kind of said that like every day would be the interlude, but then it kind of turned into a story. So Perfect is the interlude, I guess. I guess perfection just speaks on being a perfectionist, and that pressure of being a perfectionist, like you have to be one. So you try to like clone different versions of yourself to different people. There was supposed to be a feature here. It's just visions didn't align, and that's completely fair. Looking back on it, I must say it's a pretty cool like passage here. Do you trust us now?
Sun rises on a hopeful day, but my perfections are inside. Now they grab a hold of me.
I did like how I had the vocal effects here. I like distortion and mechanical stuff, and it aligned with the robot stuff. And then here comes the outro. I was really proud of this, like making a whole like transition to the next song. It kind of drags on a little bit, to be fair. You can hear the bass line to "Dawn in the Days" coming in, but then like this whole like freak out of like these perfect sentinels, as they're called. There's something wrong with them. I was really proud of that transition. Now, "Dawn in the Days." It was my first ever song. A really rough demo, as I've said before. And like this version of "Dawn in the Days," it's just a much better version. But I think there's a lot more that could have been done with it. Like instrumentally, I think it could have been stronger. It is, I guess, one of my better weak performances. I think really here is when I really try to like experiment with like what's it called, like lyric structures, like the verse, chorus, bridge type of thing. Kind of switch it around a little bit, especially when it comes to when the chorus comes in for a second time. Try to do like a chorus and then a verse and then the chorus comes back, which I think is kind of cool. It's really experimental with lyric structure, but to each their own. I don't know how people really thought about it. Spiritual lyrical miracle over here. It is. I would say this is still pretty fine of my own lyricism. I'm just so glad that like I shortened this, because the original is just so long and slower. Now, like full on, like in the lore here, not a good idea. And that's also because like it was incredibly vague. Like you don't really hear the lore until like every day, and that's where it falters. I think with like the guitar MIDI here, I think I was trying to do like a freestyle type of thing, like improvising, which I think it kind of falters the vocal melody here, but yeah. My vocal stack there was not that bad. Again, it's just vocally weak. Yeah, that's a lot of that in this reflection. Oh no. I want out. So the character isn't a purgatory. Yeah. Yeah, so like the purgatory is supposed to be cold every day, and then there's that whole stuff like I need to escape this. I need to escape the cycle of repeating actions. I guess it was like a pretty cool beat. I just don't think it's really that intelligible.
Waiting for a knock on the door, hoping to hear get out of the cell.
I did like what it did there. That it was a reverse symbol or a hat. Was it a symbol or a hat? I don't remember, but it was one of those, and it was just like reverse. Hmm. It's just I don't like hearing my own voice. I think that's the problem. I don't like hearing my own voice throughout this album. There's like songs now I'm like, okay, yeah, that is my voice, and I'm happy how I delivered it. This just my god. I did try to make it spooky because that was the whole point. It was just stuck in purgatory. So dramatic. But yeah, I guess I was going for like the spooky vibes there, and the instrumental kind of lines up. I would say it was just I don't really like how it was executed. Now every day, it's a story song, and I did use like just like sample loops here. So it's not like fully by me. It's more kind of just a producer type of role, putting the stuff together. But it's pretty cool.
Ran away from the old kingdom his father and mother ruled. It was a kingdom full of citizens trapped in a facade.
And this is where you actually get to learn the lore of Butterfly.
Zone to bring in his own people.
I think
as he just wanted people in his kingdom. However,
you know, like I'm fine. I was fine with the idea of just like having the story be in the album. I just think the music just can't stand on its own that way. And like later learning down in life with arts, music in general, I think like the music needs to stand on its own, and then like this whole other part is the story of such music, or like the story of the music, and they're both kind of interpretations of each other. I think that's where I need to like strike that balance. Here though, it's just like, here is the story in all these songs. Here I'm talking about kingdoms and windows, and the social medias are the windows. And I think that was just too much to digest for people. So that's kind of where the execution fails. It's just I'm putting a lot out there, and I think the music needed to stand on its own to settle with this story of Butterfly. And that way I can have a proper interpretation of Zeo's arc in Butterfly, because that's what it is. Yeah. Overall, Butterfly, yeah, as I said, it revolves around, there's just toxic people just all around you, and a lot of the societal issues of where there are no heroes left in this world. There perhaps are no spaces that could be right for me, or that we strive for perfection, and a lot of pressure is put on that to be perfect of ourselves. That's as much as I can like freestyle the interpretation of Butterfly. right now at the top of my head.
What's next?
But as I said, like I do want to like remake this album later down the line and then like retell the story, just refine it just so much better because like I really wanted this story. I really wanted this album, but they need to take their time, and that's exactly what I'll do with them.
Sample Nix's blood.
Last idea been brought back from AL. It's not worth it to
Why did I try to make like a house song? I know, cause I was cause like there was like a feature on FL Studio Mobile where like you get to have like a preset of what presets to use, and I kept going back to the house one for some reason, and that's kind of where like Time Machine and Facade came from. Ugh, little stumble the flow there. Ugh. Time Machine is awkward. It's both awkward in terms of its placement in the album and the story. Yeah. Tiny like I know what I was doing with Time Machine. Like it's the song of like wishing like I wish I had a time machine to go back and fix all the mistakes that I made. I just think it's kind of awkward sonically in this placement in the album, and then like where I'm trying to like take the story as well. Like I think the real lesson was that like no, you don't need a time machine. And I try to like retcon it with like Zale's arc as well when I was writing that. I can't say for certain how successful I was with the retcon. Yeah, I don't like Time Machine. And I like this song is just so straightforward in its lyrics. I wish I was a bit more creative here. But like Time Machine was just all in my head, like back when I was making the album. Like I just wish I had a time machine, and I don't think I fully like digested the idea of like you don't need a time machine. This piano, this like keys melody is it's just so weird. I don't know why I included it. That is a terrible outro. that is a terrible outro. Oh no. Ugh. I think that's the worst outro I've ever made. Then Xander and Vel. This one was nice.
Xander and Vel, can't you see? It's the only way.
Lyrics and vocals, not so much.
Mine say yes, but yours say no. I want to
I like Xander Vel was like filling that gap between Time Machine and Butterfly, where it's like the convincing of like will you really use this time machine? But you should use the time machine. Again, trying to retcon it with Zale's arc.
why are you here? I thought I was
The flow falters. I don't know how I did that between like the choruses.
Let's impress always my guardians to the end. Can't understand me, friends.
And then like vocal backing.
Is the best, better than a heart.
I would say I'm like pretty decent like backing vocals. I think it just could be in key and stuff. On its own, the song is just like who the hell is Xander and Vel? Well, like in the story, like yes, they were the creators of Zao, and then like the guardians, the people who watch over you, and that's supposed to imply in the song like Xander and Vel are your closest friends, your your people, they actually like help you and watch over you. It's just incredibly vague and like who Xander and Vel are. Like I think in like sometimes they're kind of like referred to as parents, but sometimes they're kind of just referred to as the friends. Yeah, especially with the line, "I hope the days don't end. I hope the days with you don't end." That speaks more on friends, at least based on when I wrote "Don't End the Days." And then finally, the self-titled song, or not self-titled, the what's it called? The main title track. I forgot what it's called, but Butterfly of Butterfly. Now, I still like Butterfly. I mean, like, vocals, mixed remastering, lyricism is a lot left to be desired, but like, I really gave it my all making Butterfly the instrumental. A lot left to be desired about the melody and chords, but again, because like I didn't know what I was doing, but like it just feels like that right ambition that I wanted, and I think with just a little bit more refining, it could have been so good. It could have been so good. I love Butterfly for the sole reason of that, like, wow, this just sounds incredible. I just wish I was better at making it. And then there is a feature here, Zaru, and she did amazing. Love what she did here. I just wish I gave her more justice with the mixing, just a little bit more justice in there, but she did great. And she was really nice on Fiverr too. Healing is done and the wounds are gone. I grant you one this mental war, and you're letting go. So in this song, she's supposed to be like singing from the perspective of Vel. I don't know. I kind of just want like that duet, a little bit of like both Zao and Vel. Because in the story, Vel was more concerned of the overall situation, so I felt she had a moment to learn in it as well. I have a guilty pleasure about this breakdown. I don't know how I did those additional drums, but wow, it actually helps with that breakdown. And then we both come in together. It's it's just there. It just needs a little bit more to be like absolutely perfect. Head to the highest hills. Time to yell out a battle cry. Scream it loud and clear for the world to hear. I have achieved butterfly. I am just like coming back from like being sick a little bit, so my voice is still kind of recovering. And I was at it. Well, like not sick, but like sick before. Like I was extremely like stuffy, and then I felt a little bit better, and then went to a concert, and that concert was hype, Quadeca concert, and yeah, my voice got out a little bit. And then outro, a lot left to be desired. Like, who the hell cares? I don't know. That could have been a better outro. It's supposed to be like this grand finale type of thing, and that is Butterfly. Yeah. So overall, what do I think of Butterfly after all these years? I was just too ambitious, and that faltered the album. And it's like a tool, to me. I feel like a lot of people would say, not good. But for me personally, I just think it's like I had the vision in mind. Like I made this. Like I see what I was trying to do. It's just not fully executed really well, and that's what I hope to accomplish when I get to remaking the album and retelling the story. There's no telling when I'll get to it, but I mean, hopefully soon. Me personally, like I want Butterfly to feel complete. This was just an ambitious project that just had a vision, but like at that time, I just was just going along with what I knew, and what I knew, I did not, I did not know a lot. But hey, like a lot of people like listened to Butterfly when it came out, and I was pretty happy about that. I don't know everybody's full thoughts. Like at the time of release, like I didn't really have a fan base. So I didn't like have like a community to like talk back to. I still don't have a community, but either way, like I just had nothing to fall back on for like criticism or thoughts on the album. These were just like people that were just coming across the music and then just going on with their day, which still kind of that's still today. And at the time, like I included like a lot of art in the project from both of my friends who are artists, and a lot of that art also went into the merch. Nobody bought the merch. That was just me being what would be the word? A bit of an overachiever, like, or trying to be ahead of the curve, in terms of like just putting my album out there, putting my story out there. And then I realized later down the line that was just like being like too cocky. So I stopped doing merch overall. And I think that's all I have to say about Butterfly. This was just kind of just me just re-listening to the album, because I haven't gone back to it. Like I would say like the last like full listen I did was like 2022. Yeah. I think it was like before into the new year where I started to put all my focus into chapter 1 stuff I'm feeling. And so like when chapter 1 came out, like all that music at that time was just a whole lot better than what I made with Butterfly. And then like I listened to the albums back to back, and then I realized like, damn, Butterfly kind of sucks. And so I kind of just stopped listening to it. And then like year after year, I just haven't gone back to it. It's just not something I revisit. I really only revisited when I was trying to write Zayo's arc, and that took a lot out of me. Yeah, this is like a full like proper like listen back to the album, to the songs that I made here for Butterfly, for the story. And I'm hoping to do it better later down the line. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to see what more what subscribe for better stuff than this, because that's what I set out to do. And ring the bell to be notified. You got to be notified. I don't think you know that. You need to be notified if you actually want to see more of my content. And I'll see you all later. Bye.